we see the bigness of what we're doing. We see the impact that we can have and we are having, not only individually but collectively. So I just want to say thank you all for really showing up in that and seeing how just extraordinary all of this has been and how extraordinary each of us are. It's really beautiful.
Yes, tremendously. The Wellness for All program, and with my course, for example, which is creating an inspired life after loss, has really stretched me, because I came in thinking that I was going to teach a workshop with the dynamic of a lot of conversation. People were going to have questions, coming from a place of working with one-on-one clients. This was something completely different for me. So it did change greatly. But what that did is having to kind of change around the way that I did the course, and finding really excellent expert leaders to come in, have a conversation, constantly inviting people to join in, has actually changed the way now that I'm going to, moving forward with my YouTube channel and bringing in expert people. I'm going to start sharing a widow's story once a month, where they come on. And so it really did open up a lot of things that were not necessarily in my mind sight at that time. So it's been great.
Thanks, Anna. Thanks, Rachel. One of the things that I found for me, Anna, well, a couple of things, and one of them is introducing a whole new audience to what I do. And one of the things I've been especially grateful for is the collaborations with some of the other leaders here. And I've loved that very much. That also helps to expand the audience and to offer new ways and new experiences to those who are connected with me as they're invited to those collaborations. So that's a couple of the things.
Thank you, Sharon. And I always love hearing from you, and I'll say this again and again. For all of the years that you've built what you've built, and you're also a leader in the industry from the teaching perspective, I love hearing confirmation from you that things are still helping you to grow. And because you have done the work, you're doing the work, you're out there as a leader in your industry. And for me, when I hear that you're still growing and you're still benefiting in so many ways, and that you always have this really great way of seeing all of the benefits, it's so inspiring to the rest of us. So thank you for that, Sharon.
I was just going to build on what Sharon said. I think being part of this community is so powerful. And I love saying in my course, there are so many wonderful practitioners on this platform. You are on this transformational journey. You want to be with your birds of a feather. Here are your people. Like, please check out these other courses. So I love, being able to do that. And I'm getting ready for a big show, so I haven't been able to collaborate with a whole bunch of people, but Leah was nice enough to collaborate with me. I want to collaborate with you, Rachel, and interview some more people and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to that opportunity to promote us as a community of people. And so, I'm extremely grateful for that opportunity to be part of the platform and to highlight others. So thanks for that.
Jane, you brought up such a wonderful point. And here I was thinking strictly on like, hey, what has it done for you and your business? And, and I love how you brought it back to us being a unit and being a, all-in-one solution, because you are part of a community and a family, and you know us all and how we all come together and how we all show up. Wow, that was powerful.
Yeah, I wanted to expand on that as well. I have made wonderful connections here in this community as a result of creating this course, and I'm excited about the expansion of my new series, the creating joyful relationships. And I think it has also expanded me in the way that I didn't know that I was possible before with regards to creating an evergreen course that can be accessed and used long after it's completed. And I just really treasure this group and community and the wealth of talent and heart that everybody has in supporting one another. And I'm really, really grateful for all of you.
Carol, that was beautiful. Thank you. And I remember, us dialoguing back in the beginning, and you just couldn't see over the fence with like, how am I going to bring people together? How are we going to have these intimate conversations if we're going to all, be face to face in a group and recording? And you straddled that, like you just jumped that hurdle. It was like effortless. Like once you allowed yourself and you were fearless by saying, I could do this, and you did it, and you've touched so many lives. So I'm excited also for this next course to launch. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'm totally new to this. And I can say honestly, like even in just like attending the first mastermind last month and joining the community much more actively than previously, has been a really wonderful experience. And I've really enjoyed, working with Anna and Leah and everyone else, just helping me to kind of get my head wrapped around how to do what I'm trying to do and make it work. And, and I'm already seeing the potential behind what we're creating together. And sorry, my cat's being annoying. Uh, so it's really exciting to, even though I'm just on the brink of getting ready to launch for the marketing of everything, it's just really exciting to see everything starting to unfold and considering the potential behind all of it. So that's definitely been a wonderful experience and a wonderful stretch for me. So thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much. And you ran a great first class. I mean, coming from experience and already having courses up on other platforms and everything, I really take it to heart that you are seeing such value in our community as well as the opportunity through the platform since you have experience. And I love hearing from folks again, like I say, when you have the experience behind you and like what you had to go through in order to achieve what you want to or not, it's nice to hear that you are very optimistic and very excited through what you've gotten here.
Yeah, I love listening to everyone. It's interesting because and what you said about Linda being on other platforms, my New Moon Sister Circles are one of the oldest things that I've done live in my own business for years and years. And then, of course, during the pandemic, had to do them on Zoom. So that piece of it, I feel like, I had it down. I was freaked out in the beginning about learning a new platform and it's been terrific. And the support from everybody, that just guided me through it has been terrific. And I realized too, I've just got, as we all do, I've just got a ton on my plate, more than usual right now. And I've said this to you a couple times, Anna, that I love to be more involved in the community and partnering with people. And yes, that is the case. It's not going to happen for the next couple months because of a big benefit that I'm putting on the end of April. And what I'm loving doing, I kind of consider myself like for those, I think we're all of an age where we know what the Rolodex was, even though we don't have anything like that. I consider myself a digital Rolodex, maybe, to my clients and to the people on my newsletter list and all that stuff. And whenever I'm putting my own Wellness for All, my own sister circle stuff out there, I love being able to say, hey, and once you go to that platform, stick around and look around and see what other amazing resources and practitioners and classes and everything else there are. So I love having yet another community of like-minded spirits. And a place that I can really, with confidence, even if I haven't seen a lot of yours and been able to participate in a lot of your classes, know with confidence, because of your vetting process, Anna, and just how terrific everybody has been that I've connected with so far, that they're going to have a great experience. So I love it.
In terms of my experience, I've been doing this kind of work for a long time. And one of the benefits that I've gotten out of being part of the Wellness for All program is it's really helped me to focus some of my work. And I've now gotten a very, very clear picture of what I want to be doing. So I'm building a new website that will have 2 streams available. One stream will be just ongoing content that I'll be dripping out on a regular basis, and the other stream will be a series of courses that I'm going to be offering. And I don't know if I would have come to that idea if not for this program. Seeing all the programs that people have, and knowing how much stuff that I have myself, so how much material that I have that I want to share with folks, I'm just looking for a way to do that. So this particular platform has really helped me to get in there. So I just want to say thanks to all of you for whatever inspiration I received from you. And yeah, the other thing I've noticed is on my own class, I think I've done 8 sessions or 7. Yeah, 8 sessions I've completed. And I've had 2 sessions so far where nobody showed up. Now, the first time I rescheduled that one and did a second one, and I got quite a few people who volunteered from this group. Thank you very much, to participate in that. And yesterday I had another session, but this time I was much better prepared. So what I did was I said, okay, it's possible that people are not going to show up for the live presentation, and I want to make sure that there's a recording available for them anyway. And so I did that, and it turned out to be really, really good. I mean, there's a lot of great content in yesterday's class. And it took me about 1 hour and 15 minutes without the interaction. So I talk too much, I guess. Anyway, that's just something to be aware of, folks. When you do your class, you may end up in a situation where nobody shows up for the live presentation. Please don't be discouraged. It doesn't mean people don't like your class. It just means that for whatever reason, they can't attend that one. And do your best to make a recording that they can come back to later and watch. That's just my suggestion. So thank you.
And David, thank you for sharing everything you did. And I love that going back to the beginning, and I remember how frustrating it was. And again, like I had demonstrated with Carol, she just couldn't see, how was this going to work? And it was just such a beautiful experience for her and her course. And, I know that your course, I believe you had it in your hands for a while before you actually presented it somewhere, and you had, designed it and developed it and had it all together. And part of the structure of it was to have the interaction and engagement. And I'm glad that you've pivoted, and now you see that even without the folks, that you were able to stretch yourself and create a great piece of evergreen content, because everyone will tell you, even if you look at your own reports, I'm sure people watch the recordings. If they're enrolled, they'll watch the recordings. And also by utilizing that data, and specifically going out to the folks that didn't come to a live and reminding them that the recordings are there. And once, this is for everyone, when you get your reports, you can see, everyone is delineated, whether they've come to a live, whether they've watched a recording, or whether they've done neither. And you can build out, 3 different emails specifically to people who came live, to ones who watched recordings, and to ones who didn't go to anything, haven't, watched a recording or gone to a live. So utilize those reports. So David, thank you for that. And I love that, that you shared in a short period of time, 8 months, that you now have found yourself to really follow a calling because of this experience. I'm sure it's not the only thing that led to it, but that's really huge. I want to say thank you for sharing that.
Well, you're welcome. And I just wanted to say, yes, I did have this course put together for a completely different platform in a different, completely different way. It was not meant to be interactive originally.
Oh, okay.
So I had to restructure it and put it together in a way that I thought would work in a 90-minute. Well, I originally thought it would take an hour or 2 hours, but I thought that's probably asking too much for people to show up for a live presentation. So I whittled it down to 90 minutes. And now in the process of doing that, I've figured out a way that works for me to share little snippets of information, have little pauses for interactions, and then share some more, and so forth. So that has now led me to a structure that I think I can actually put on my own website as a different, I mean, it'll be the same basic content, but in a different format that I think will be much better for people. So each session will be multiple lessons, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been really great having this experience. So I want to thank you for that, and thank everybody else for supporting me.
So happy to be here. You know, David, so much of what you said really resonates with me. You know, I've been teaching mainly interactive workshops, and I have many more people listen to the recordings than they do interact live. And I've had to pivot also. And I have to admit, my energy personally likes the interaction. It is more challenging for me to just talk to even one person or myself, if I'm the one person, than it is for me to have other people there and engaging. But I can do it. And learning how to do that has kind of shifted the way I teach in general too, kind of building in that extra content. The one thing that I did want to say is it would be great, and I think that we had started this at one point in time, if one or two of us, there's 40 some odd providers here, showed up. Like Jeanette typically comes to my classes, and it's so fun. I know she loves them and me, but it's nice to know that there's going to be a person there that I can engage with, especially because, like I said, my energy. So I would like to invite someone to show up at my classes live. They are noon Eastern at Tuesdays, the third Tuesday. And I'm going through different types of ways we build relationships. The upcoming class is about our animals and how they support our growth. And the one after that is going to be color and how color supports our relationships and our growth. So just an invitation, because I know sometimes people need an invitation in order to engage. The other thing is I am happy to show up when I can. I've been on, I think, Carol's and David's and Deborah's and Marisa's, a few other people's classes. And if you have a particular class that you really want to have someone at, please message me. If I can be there to support you, I will. Sometimes I can't, but like everybody, if I can, I will, because I do think that in-person engagement also makes the class more robust for the people who are watching it later. My experience, my belief. There was something else that I wanted to say about everything, but I can't remember. I'll probably have to raise my hand again.
Thank you, Carolyn. And good point. You're right. We did do that, and we had that spreadsheet. And I think since a lot of classes might have finished already and it's kind of like a whole new thing, what I would suggest is that you put your class information as an independent thread post in the forum. That way everyone gets the notification in their email and they can come in and respond. And at least if you give at least a week's notice, and you say, this is my next class, I would love if you can come and join me. Please just come over to the thread and post that you'd be able to join me. And then that way it'll be there, and we'll also get to see like who's able to, participate. And, that is also helpful too for us.
That's great. Yeah. So my next class is next Tuesday, but I will do that anyway in case some people can or want to show up live. And I did remember what the other point I wanted to mention is I, in the past, was not really good about taking a mini workshop and building a full course from it. So being part of this has helped me with that. And this class that I have coming up on Tuesday is going to be the first. Now, I've taught basic animal communication before, but this is the first time that I'm going to do it through Learn It Live in the Wellness Universe on my personal page. So I just want to thank everybody who's modeled that in their classes. So it kind of gave me the, I don't know what the right word is, but I guess the ability to follow through and do that. So thank you all. I really appreciate that.
Because one of the things that I find really helpful, having been in some of the different classes that people here have had, and just getting to know them better, I have that confidence too, to be able to recommend them to people I'm networking with. Like just last week, I recommended 3 different classes to like 2 friends or 2 people I connected with because they were sharing something. And I'm like, I just knew right away, oh, I need to send them the link to, one was Sharon's sound healing, and I can't remember the other 2, but I just knew that I felt confident that I could give them something. It's like I knew my program wasn't really what they needed, but I knew somebody here that could really serve them well. So it feels really good, like she was saying about that Rolodex, to know that because I've always wanted to create like a sheet of people I could refer, even for my own clients, if they need something deeper or something different than what I'm offering. I wanted to be able to serve them and lead them somewhere. And in the past, I didn't have that. So that's been really valuable to me. And also just being invited by many of the members here to be one of their guests on their programs. There's several people that have reached out to me. So I'm really looking forward to that. I've done it before, but it's also increasing the number of people reaching out to me. So it's just been really great. And just starting my own program last month. I've been wanting to do a program on based on my book for years, and I just never did it because I had this concern that I'm going to put it out there, do all this work, and then nobody's going to join, and it'll be for nothing. And so I have 44 people, I think, that registered, and I'm just ecstatic about that. I don't think that would have happened if I did it on my own. So just the support of the Wellness Universe and all the people that help promote it has made a huge difference. And yeah, I'm just really excited about moving forward.
Marisa, I want to say thank you for that. And I want to say, I love hearing this from you and it being now a reverberated conversation, that we are all so high level here that we understand how important it is to have the resources. Because a lot of people who are out there trying to get their program out, they're so concerned on the success of their own program and them helping people or them serving people that they don't really see that power partnership that's available and how much more valuable they can be when they give other resources. Because we all cannot solve everyone's problems independently, and we need this trusted network of people who are specialists in those areas to refer out. So I want to say thank you to you, and I want to say thank you to everyone who's been mentioning this.
Reiterate what the others have already said, is this valuable community where we learn from each other, where we grow in new directions, which is what I've noticed for myself. I have 2 classes, and the one I get to partner with all these really amazing people, which stretches me in these new directions that I just love. And so that's been very powerful, and I want to really sink my teeth into that this year. And then the other thing that I'm doing are these meditations that I am the most authentic I have ever been in public, and I just have been embracing that 1,000 years ago, we humans wanted to be the same. We all had safety by being the same and aligning with the community. And yet now we get to be different. We get to express our unique selves. And because we live in a multicultural tribe now, we have our differences can be celebrated. So I find that really exciting here. We have that foundation of community, and we can be individuals.
Yeah, I just wanted to, I mean, everybody just contributed amazing points in regards to being part of the community. I really resonated with Marisa and Deborah specifically around having the Rolodex of experts and being able to really not just make any old referral, but to really feel good and know that you're referring either friends or colleagues or family or clients to people you trust. I mean, I think that for me is so valuable. The friendships and the support of this community has been hugely valuable. And then the other thing that I'm feeling really present to as far as being stretched is doing my particular class on Mask Your Magic class. Like, that really was a leap of faith for me because I had been coming out of this transition period. I had just gone through a year-long coaching certification and built new skills and hadn't really had a consistent opportunity to put those skills into practice. And having that invitation from Wellness Universe, from you, Anna, and the structure, I know I've talked about this before, but to have the structure to just be able to say, I know I want to do this. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to look. Felt a little bit like a leap of faith, but it really was just so beautiful how it came together. The support on the back end was just amazing to receive that. And the stretch part really was like trusting that saying yes to the invitation, like that it would all come together. And it did. I really felt like it created an opportunity for me to work in a very different way than what I'd been working in, and really trust more so in the team behind the scenes, but also kind of trust more so in the creative process. And instead of kind of coming at it at, I have to have all my pieces together before I do this. Like, it was really something that felt like I was co-creating it with the Wellness Universe and with Source and with the people who were coming into the class. And it was just so much better. It was so much better than what I've done in the past. So I really appreciate the opportunity to just work in a very different way with enough structure, but not too much structure where it sort of felt like pigeonholed. So it was just really, really beautiful. Oh, and one more thing that came to me while I was listening is that I feel like this whole Wellness for All program, as somebody who joined in, I think it was 2021, and coming into this massive platform of people, like, this program really is, I feel like it's the clarion call to the leaders within the community, and really helped me get up to speed with such high caliber professionals within the community, and to start to develop those relationships. So it's just been a great experience from that point of view of getting to know the people in the community too, since so much of what we do is online, and sometimes that can be trickier than physically being together. So just feel like this Wellness for All program has been really helpful in helping me get to meet all of you and start to collaborate with the leaders, like with the people who are really the experts in their field, and who are really wanting to truly collaborate and create as part of this movement. So just wanted to put that out there too.